I'm always here at the PMA with Mitsubishi as from a photographer standpoint, talking to the customer, talking to the photographers that come in, and talking about how I utilize their equipment and their printers within my company, within my business. And so it gives the photographer a feel for, you know, and from a separate sales point, from the salesperson or a technical point, but from a true hand photographer, and telling them how to incorporate it into their business and giving them ideas on what to do when they're doing corporate and on-site printing and things like that. So it works out well. And then you get to interface with some of the other photographers and maybe learn some things from them. And they learn some things from you, and you're meeting new contacts, but then it shows them that, wow, this is from a true photographer standpoint on how well the printer works. And I think it works well for Mitsubishi too, from a promotional standpoint too, and real photographers out there in the field. PMA, the SPAA, Sports Photographers Association, held a contest with Mitsubishi and giving away a printer for a sports contest. And we had some acrobats over in the middle here on the showroom floor. And I went over and was looking at the photographers, taking pictures, going to be one of the judges for the contest. And one thing that I look for in a sports image, especially when you're entering an image for competition, is creativity, angles, sharpness, what I want to say, exposure. So you're looking at like all the variables and quality. So sometimes you could get an action picture, but also the picture has to tell a story, and then what they're doing. And the image that won, that we'll take a look at, it tells the story of the four acrobats and what they're doing. They had some images that entered the contest, excellent images what the photographers were shooting with. But the one that we chose as the winner, it just told a story about the acrobats themselves, as you'll see in the next clip there. But some things that I look for, like I say, different angles. I mean, as the other photographers, I couldn't enter this time though, but as the other photographers were shooting, I was thinking about, well, if one person got like down on the floor under the trampoline a little bit and got a shot from that angle. So you always want to look for different angles, different ways of looking at an image for enter it in a contest. But quality is the key too, and sharpness as well, and exposure and lighting. You really can't tell what the image is going to look like and what the quality is going to be until you print it. So when we started printing the images, and sometimes they say, wow, and that's the wow factor that I want my clients to have when I'm doing a print for them. So then they can really see what their image looks like and what the quality is coming off the printer itself. And then they started asking a few questions about the printer. So I think they were intrigued by if this was the first time they saw the quality coming out of the 9800s after their photo shoot as well. But then they can see if their exposures are right, the lighting is right, the adjustments are right. But once you do a final print, it's better than really looking on the back of the camera itself. So it helped them out from coming over doing prints, because they were able to at least print 3 images off of the printer of their best images, and then submit their best 1 image for the contest itself.
It's really great coming to an event like this, because as performers, we put on the show for all of you out here. And so it's great to finally come to something like this, to where we can put on a show and then have people show us the pictures that they took of what we do, so that we can kind of see ourselves from their perspective. So, it's kind of a once in a lifetime thing to be able to do this, and then to turn around and see immediately what we did. So it's kind of exciting.
Here's the photo, the winning photo from the contest the photographers took of the acrobats over here. But let me explain a little bit. When the committee chose this photo, we were looking at many photos to choose from, but this one here particularly had what we like is impact here. So if you look at the acrobats here, you could see all 4 of them. Everybody's doing something in the image. There was a lot of great images that I mentioned to you earlier, but this one kind of stood out to everybody, and it was a consensus that we decided this one for the winner here. But if you see, one of the acrobats is over here, he's flying in the air. You got one here on the side of the wall here. The guy is up here with his arms out, and you got emotion in the picture here. So it kind of like has good balance. So when you're looking for a winning picture, it's like just with the balance of what it has, and this one really stood out for us and choosing it for the winning competition there.